Um, Real quick, gotta check that it's actually live. All right, yeah. Nada, Finai, and welcome to the stream. At least if you are able to access the stream. I'm very quickly going to check if my audio is a-okay because, well, there's no audio in the game at the moment. I'm very well aware of that. I do want to check that my voice is at least fine in terms of what you guys are hearing, so I'm gonna mute up real quick. It sounds fine, at least from where I'm sitting, I suppose. Anyway, let's just start this. So we were on. There are two options. Wait, why am I doing that voice? There are two options. I can either go help out the student council or I'll go to work. Give me 1 second, real quick, while Firefox, where are you? There we go. Where am I gonna move this? Sorry, I should have set this up, but I completely forgot that I had it. So there we go. Okay. And then I want to like move this up here. Okay, I think that's good. Um, so I'm gonna mark off this here. Okay, switch over there, that, switch there, mark that, switch there, and then finally mark that. Okay, I think that's hmm. Uh, that's fine. Whatever. Well, for this one, we will be going to work. I feel sorry for Issei, but I prioritize work. I didn't promise to be there, but I said I'd do my best to be there, so I should do
い
so.
や、悪い、一世。先約があるんで、今朝の続きはまたにしてくれないか。
I have audio issues. Let me fix those real quick. I absolutely know what's going on as well. It's 100% from my side, so let me fix those real quick. Because I'm not going to play with chunky audio. Ideally, I don't want to play with chunky audio. Let's go here. Turn that shit off. Because that's awful. I hate hands-free telephony. There's no good reason to have it. Alright. Now I think that sounds better already. Alright.
先約？ああ、例のアルバイトか。そうか、それは困らせたな。こちらは今日明日で進退が決まるものでもない。俺の頼みなど気にせず、労働に励んでくれ。
I'm just gonna quickly. Oh no. Mic audio is fucked. Okay, how do I sound now? Nope. Nope. It's this side then. There we go. Now you guys can hear me from both ears. Sorry about that for anyone who doesn't use mono audio like I do. Would have caught that otherwise. My mic has a thing that can turn off audio from one ear. It usually never gets switched, so I was actually really surprised to notice it. What I'm doing is moving my my audio stuff to an area where I can see it because I've been having problems with my mic disconnecting recently. So it's a good thing I checked that. Okay. That's a little bit scuffed at the start, but it's fine. Okay.
すまん。明日の朝一で続きをするから、それでチャラにしてくれ。
ん？そこまで深刻な話でもないと言っただろう。急を要していたものは今朝で片付いた。残った修理品はエミヤの手が空いた時で構わんさ。
そっか。じゃあ バイトの休みが取れたら続きをするってことでいいかな。
しさいない。その時はまた頼りにするぞエミヤ。
Issei says farewell and leaves the
さ
classroom.
て
I should hurry off too. Even though there's no set time to be there, I should head for the neighboring town if I'm going to go to work.
参ったな。ほんの手伝いのつもりだったのに3万円ももらってしまった。
Jeez, I thought I was only helping out, but they gave me 30,000 yen. Call it receiving a windfall, I guess. I had to reread that like 2 times. Copenhagen, the place where I work today, is like a liquor store and a bar, and a lot of people are needed to restock inventory. I now need to again test audio because this is way louder than I thought it was, so I need to make sure that you guys can hear me in accordance with the music. I'm gonna have to test that one more time because this is loud music and I need to actually mute it on my side as well in order to check this properly. So I'm gonna have to test that one more time because it's double layered. Mute that first. Okay. Now I'm going to just quickly. Sorry about the scuff here. I thought this would already be mostly taken care of by now. So let me. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, it seems fine. I'm gonna mute that up again and then quickly fix my display because it's turning on night mode. Turn that off. And then get back into this. Where is my volume mixer? Oh, right, I was just on it. Doot, and music back. Okay, sorry about the scuff. Again, it's been a little while since we streamed, and I don't know, it's just a scuffy day. Liquor store and bar, and a lot of people are needed to restock inventory. Right. It's a big job that takes at least 5 people, and it doesn't hurt to have more help. But the boss just said to everyone in his usual tone, completely relaxed about it. But as it turned out, I was the only one who came, along with the boss and his daughter, Neko-san.
バカだねあんた。そりゃ誰も来るわけないじゃん。
Neko-san was scolding the boss, but I showed up to be a victim, defying their expectations. Neko-san was scolding the boss, but I showed up to be a victim, defying their expectations. They welcomed me with a cheer, and we decided to clean up the storage area as best as we could. I just got back into the flow. And so, before we realized, 2 hours had passed and we'd finished restocking the inventory.
驚いたな。シロ君はあれかな。ブラウニーか何かかな。
After work, the boss eats a brown cake while being impressed.
違います。力仕事には慣れてるし、ここのバイトも長いし、倉庫のどこに何があるかぐらいは把握してるからです。伊達にガキの頃からここで働かせてもらってません。
あ、そっか。あれ、シロ君ってもう5年だっけ？
そのぐらいですね。親父が亡くなってからすぐに雇ってくれたの、親父さんのとこだけだったし。
ありゃりゃ、まあ、僕も年を取るわけだ。
He eats his rum cake. Neko-san is drinking a hot sake next to him. The family is well balanced, as the boss likes sweet things while his daughter likes spicy things. So,
けど助かったわ。こんだけやってもらっておだちんがケーキだけっていうのもあれだし、はい、これ僕からの気持ち。
he hands me three 10,000 yen bills. That's like $300 almost? Less than that actually, but you know, conversion rates. Award unmatched for the 3 hours of work I did. Much more than I would get for even a week's work.
どうも。
I hesitate, but decide to accept what I'm given. And as I'm leaving
ちょい
Copenhagen,
待ち。エミヤ、今日の話誰から聞いた？
Neko-san stops me while curled up in front of the heater.
確か古見さんですけど。
学生に自分の仕事を押し付けるんじゃないってのよ。あのバカ。
まあ暇だったら手伝ってくれって感じで。
古見もバカだけど、エミヤンもおバカさん？まあいいけど。君さ、人の頼みを断ったことないでしょう。
別にそんなことはないですけど、俺無理な注文は受けませんもん。自分でできることでできる場合だけ引き受けますから。
あん時君も風邪ひいてたんだけどね。まあいいけど、私が何を言いたいかっていうとですね、エミヤンはいいやつでちょっとバカで、そのあたり私は心配なので、今度藤村にちょっとは顔出せやこらと伝えておいてほしいのです。
Neko-san circles her finger while drinking some hot sake. She seems to think I'm a firefly or something.
はあ、とにかく藤姉に伝言。
そう。じゃあね。あんまし頑張りすぎんなよ、少年。
いつの間にか橋越えてら。
I made it from the neighboring town of Shinto back into Miyama City while I was daydreaming. I walk through the moonlit town. Walking up the road, I notice that there aren't any people around. The time is around 7:30. There should be people around at this time, but there's no sign of anyone.
そういえば確か。
There was some crime here in Miyama City a few days ago. A burglar murdered someone, I think. That must be why there's no one around and why the school curfew became 6 o'clock.
ガス漏れに強盗か。物騒なことになってきたな。
No wonder there are fewer people walking around at night. It's getting too dangerous to let Sakura go home on her own. Sakura go home on her own. Sakura's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. Starting tonight, I should walk her home. For a moment, I can't believe my eyes. There is someone on the road which I thought was empty. The person is standing above me as if looking down at me. Without realizing it, I hold my breath. My light to the left of me turned on. Why is it 8:37? Not weird. Anyway. The silver-haired girl smiles and descends the hill without a sound. As she passes,
早く呼び出さないと死んじゃうよ、お兄ちゃん。
she says something strange. I go up the hill and reach my house. As the lights are on, Sakura and Fujine must be home already. Bad emphasis. I smell dinner the moment I enter the living room. At the table are Sakura and Fujine, in the middle of dinner. It seems the main dish tonight is chicken and cream, and Fujine, who loves white sauce, is in a good mood.
おかえりなさい先輩。お先に失礼していますね。
ただいま。遅くなってごめんな。もうちょっと早く帰ってくればよかったんだけど。
Where's this saving to? Do I have enough space for this? Shit, give me a second. I I may have to delete stuff off my computer. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly do that because I need to make sure that I have enough space on this computer. Yikes. You can go. I hope that's installed the right place. Let's find out. Because I need... Okay, we're good. Yeah, I need this recorded so I can edit these. I should probably move my recordings to a backup at some point here so that they're not just stuck on my computer taking up space. Anyway.
いいです。ちゃんと間に合いましたから。ちょっと待っててくださいね。すぐ用意しますから。
うん、頼む。手を洗ってくるから人のおかずを食べないように藤姉を見張っといてくれ。
はい、きちんと見張っています。
I return to my room. It's a fairly empty room compared to the shed, but since I don't have any hobbies, I think it's quite decorated. Most of them are random things Fujine has left here, though. I wash my hands, change, and return to the living room to find my dinner ready.
いただきます。
はい、お口に合えばいいんですけど。
Sakura is terribly modest. Her cooking skills have vastly improved in the past year. She has me completely beaten at Western-style foods, and I can barely beat her at Japanese food. Neither of us have touched Chinese. I'm pleased my pupil is getting better, but it's kind of depressing when the teacher is defeated by the student. It's as good as I expected. Chicken becomes harder the longer you cook it, so it's juicier and tastier if you roast it before cooking it, even though it's tedious. It's done perfectly here. It's a master skill, forever beyond the clumsy Fujine.
どうでしょうか先輩。今日のはうまくいったと思うんですけど。
文句なし。ホワイトソースも絶妙だ。もう。
さくらちゃんがご飯作ってくれるようになってからお肉関係が美味しくなった。
I like put my hands to the side of my head. You know, like whatever. Basically hands in the head, except not actually. With that, Fujine, who had been preoccupied with her food, lifts up her head.
あ、ダメよシロ。学生がこんな洋服に帰ってきちゃいけないんだから。
Ah. It seems she's in a bad mood now that she's seen my face. Even though she was happy. Wow, let me do that again. It seems she's Okay. It seems she's in a bad mood now that she's seen my face, even though she was happy because of dinner.
もうまた誰かの手伝いをしてたんでしょう。それはそれでいいことだけど、こんな時ぐらいは早く帰ってきなさい。あれ、シローに倒して言ったんだからね。
Did I skip something again? I legit can't tell.
あのさ、わざわざホームルームで言わなくてもうちで言えばいいんじゃないの？
ここで言っても聞かないもの。学校でガツンと言った方がシローには効果的なんだもん。
先生、それは職権乱用というか公私混同だと思います。
それぐらいしないとシローはダメなのよ。いつも人の手伝いばっかりして損してるからさ。たまにはまっすぐ帰ってきてのんびりしててもいいじゃない、バカチン。
バカチンとはなんだよ、バカチンとは。いいじゃないか。誰かの手伝いをしてそれでその人が助かるんなら損なんかしてないぞ。
はあ、キリツグさんに似たのかな。シローがそんなんじゃお姉ちゃん心配だよ。
I don't exactly know how she's worried, as she's energetic. Wow, let me try that again. I don't exactly know how she's worried, as she's energetically munching down her dinner.
内村先生、今の話からすると 先輩って昔からそうなんですか？
うん、昔からそうなの。なんか困ってる人がいたら自分から手を出しちゃうタイプ。けどおせっかいってわけじゃなくて、シロはね、単におませさんなのだ。
Fujine laughs dangerously.
藤ね、余計なこと言ったら怒るぞ。もうさくらもつまんないこと聞くなよな。
It's fine. Sorry, I was checking something else. I glare at them. Fujine clicks.
藤村先生、お話を続けてください。
Fujine clicks her tongue and backs down, but Sakura is taking the lesson seriously.
じゃあ話しちゃおう。これがね、シロは困った人を放っておけない性格なのよ。弱きを助け強きをくじくってやつ。子供の頃の作文なんてね、僕の夢は正義の味方になることですだったんだから。
That's funny. Oof. Alright. She's talking about things from so long ago. But it's all true, so I don't interrupt. Anyways, becoming a superhero is a goal I must not stray from even now.
わあ、すごい言葉だったんですね、先輩。
Wow, fucking brutal.
すごかったよ。年上の男の子にいじめられてる女の子がいたら助けに入ってくれたし、桐次さんが武将だったから家事だって一生懸命こなしてたし。あの頃は可愛くて純真だったのに、それがどうしてこんなひねくれた子になっちゃったんだろうな。
What?
そりゃ藤姉がいたからだろう。ダメな大人を見てると子供はいろいろ考えるんだよ。悔しかったらちゃんと自分で飯作ってみろ。
Oh, it's because he doesn't take her shit. That's funny. I kinda like that.
No!
Fujine grumbles. I thought she might drop her head and repent, but...
お姉ちゃんは悲しいよ。さくらちゃん、おかわり。
Fujine asks for her third bowl. Of weed, am I right, my guy? Anyway. What a random fucking thing to say. Relaxing after dinner, it's almost 9 o'clock.
さて、何をしたもんか。
There's some time before my evening training. Should I save? Yes, we're saving. Just in case. But the reason is because I want to do 2 of these different ones here. Wait. Let me check something real quick. Okay, yeah. I want to do 2 of these because we actually, there's like 4 options. This one gets changed after we do the second route. It's what ends up happening and it changes. So I want to do this at some point. I'm planning on doing this when we do Unlimited Blade Works. So I want to do both of these right now. So I'm going to do I'll Rest, and then when we get to probably not the next starting point, but like the next day, I'll save it, load this, and then we'll do this one. Actually, no, I won't save it. I'll just load this and we'll do this one. So we'll do I'll Rest first. Yeah. I'll take a brief break in preparation for the training tonight.
風呂も空いてるし、さくらを家まで送るのは藤姉にお願いすればいいか。
I do love how earlier he's like, man, I should take Sakura home. And then he gets 2 options where he doesn't do, or sorry, yeah, 2 options where he doesn't do that. Man. Anyway. Now that I've decided that, let's do things efficiently. First, I'll wake up Fujine, who's asleep in the living room. Then I'll thank Sakura for dinner, see them both off, and take a bath. And so, wait. And so the day ends. Just before midnight, Emiyashiro must carry out his daily routine of using magic. Magecraft. I stretch out and adjust my breathing. I try to empty my mind. I ignore everything around me and pay attention only to what's inside me.
トレス。
As if to hypnotize myself, I murmur the spell I'm long accustomed to. No, I really am hypnotizing myself. As I have no magic crest and no knowledge of magic, a spell is only a change to myself. Normally, there are no lines in a human body to allow the passage of magical energy. To artificially change my body to create such a line, I need enough concentration to unify my whole body and every nerve within it. Magic is a battle with yourself. For instance, at this very moment, I am inserting a burning steel rod into my backbone. This metal rod is the only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. When I insert it this deep into my body and connect it to the other nerves, I can finally become a magus. This is not a metaphor. In reality, something like a burning tongue, which cannot be seen or felt, is being inserted into my backbone.
僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Emiya Kiritsugu, the man who said so, was a real magus. A living magus who performed many marvels and had touched the very structure of the world. As a young child, I admired him and asked him to teach me magic. But you cannot become a magus just through effort. It requires born talent and appropriate knowledge. And of course, I have no talent, and Kiritsugu taught me nothing of magic. He said something about me having no need of such knowledge. I still don't know what he meant by that. But still, it didn't matter to me back then. I thought that if I could use magic, I could be like him. But I was not born with talent. No strength of magic circuit, no accumulated works of magic handed down for generations. The work of magic Kiritsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down the Emiya family, can only be passed on to a blood relation. A magic crest forces a rejection on those with no blood relation. So as an adopted son, I cannot receive the Emiya family's magic crest. Well, anyways. As I don't even know what a magic crest is, it doesn't matter if I have one or not. So now, all it comes down to is training what I can do. If I want to be a magus, I have to learn magic fit to my nature. To be blunt, magic is a way to release one's magical energy. You could say that magical energy is my life force. It is divided into two forms: a large source, mana, floating around the world, and a small source, Odd, created inside oneself. It goes without saying that the large source is superior to the small one. The power of mana is on a completely different level from Odd. Whatever the form of the magic, the spell using the large source far exceeds using only one's own power. That is why superior magi excel at drawing magical energy from the world. It is like a filter. A magus turns the body into a filter, sucks up the mana from the world around him, and changes it into something he can use. This filter is what we call a magic circuit. This is the talent one is born with, and the number of the magic circuits within you is determined the moment you are born. Normally, human beings do not have many magic circuits. To begin with, there are always very few. That is why magi pile them up generation after generation, making their children more suitable to use magic. I hear some families go too far and increase the number of magic circuits by selective breeding. Well, since I was raised in a normal family, I don't have many magic circuits. So that leaves only one method open to me. According to Kiritsugu, every person has at least one form of magic they are fit for. He said something about drawing out magical energy appropriate to their origin, but I didn't really understand. All I know for sure is that even if I have some magic I can use, And if I train that magic, I may be able to become like Kiritsugu. That is why I learned only that magic. That is why 8 years ago, after a lot of thought, Kiritsugu finally accepted me as his student.
いいかいシロ、魔術を習うということは常識からかけ離れるということだ。死ぬ時は死ぬ、殺す時は殺す。僕たちの本質は生ではなく死だからね。魔術とは自らを滅ぼす道に他ならない。
I guess I had no fear as a child. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly, putting his hand on the nodding Emiyashiro.
君に教えるのはそういった争いを呼ぶ類のものだ。だから人前で使ってはいけないし、難しいものだから鍛錬を怠ってもいけない。でもまあそれは破ったって構わない。一番大事なことはね、魔術は自分のためじゃなくて他人のためだけに使うということだよ。そうすればシローは魔術使いではあるけど魔術師ではなくなるからね。
Thank fuck it didn't cut off. Okay. I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to become a magus. I don't really care about that. I don't admire a magus, I admire Kiritsugu. If I can become like Kiritsugu and be there for someone like on that red day, that will be... I'm thinking needlessly. I feel the iron rod in my backbone slide into place. If I lose control of my breathing now, it would be a fatal mistake. The artificial magic circuit will eat away at my body and destroy it. If that happens, I'll die. I would only be an amateur failing such an elementary step. I grind my teeth and resume the connection. After a battle like walking on needles, the iron rod finally arrives deep within me and fuses with my body. This process took me about an hour. After that much time, I'm finally able to make one artificial circuit. One circuit that produces magical energy. After that, it becomes a process of naturally flowing magical energy. Emiyashiro is no magus. He is only a magic user who can he's only a magic user who can create magical energy with his body and channel it into objects. So there is only one magic possible, which is strengthening objects. It is a magic of strengthening that reinforces the object's abilities by understanding the object's structure and channeling magic energy into it. Before me is a metal pipe. I will channel magical energy into it, perform the simplest magic, and reinforce its durability. Basically, channeling your magical energy into something other than yourself is like pouring poison into that object. It is as the blood of Emiyashiro is not the blood of the metal pipe. Pumping different blood only accelerates its breakdown. It certainly wouldn't strengthen it. To prevent that and to turn the poison into a tonic, one must completely understand the structure of the target and channel the magical energy into small, open spaces. Come. Oh. It must be easy for a skilled magus, but for me, who cannot even create sufficient magical energy, it's as hard as hitting a target 100 meters away, or as hard as hitting a target hundreds of meters away. The usual target in archery is 28 meters away. How much harder is it at many times that distance? Goes without saying. The heat in my body quickly escapes. The burning pillar in my backbone disappears, and the lungs stretch to the limit demand air. I arc my back to hold off the daze almost making me pass out. There's no change in the metal pipe. It seems that the magical energy I poured into it has evaporated into the air.
元から形があるものに手を加えるのはきつい。
The thing I'm attempting is like adding something to an already complete work of art. Adding to a complete object risks making it less perfect. Adding unnecessary things to it will actually decrease the value. That is why magic of strengthening is simple yet difficult, and only few magi use it willingly. It's not like I use it willingly either, but it can't be helped, as it's the only thing I'm good at. It would be much easier if I could just form something out of clay and use it instead, but a substitute in appearance doesn't have the internal structure to match. The junk around here is a good example. When I fail with strengthening magic, I make some substitute objects to practice and to calm down, but they all end up with nothing inside. I can visualize something's structure so easily, so I can make the outside look like the original, but it's empty inside, and of course it doesn't do anything. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Now that I think about it, I realize my whole body is sweating, like I've been drenched with a bucket of water. But I'm lucky it just ended like this. That was really bad. If I'd taken a second longer to recover myself, I would probably have destroyed most of my
死
body.
にかけた分上達するならまだ見込みがあるんだけどな。
It's not even that easy. But it is true that you won't improve your magic if you're scared of death. As long as you study magic, death is always right beside you. Even a simple magic repeated every day can go off with a simple mistake, taking the caster's life.
魔術師にとって一番初めの覚悟とは死を容認することだ。
Kiritsugu said so sadly. Maybe he meant that. Maybe he meant that he didn't want me to make such a
誰
step.
かを助けるということは誰かを助けないということ。正義の味方っていうのはとんでもないエゴイストなんだか。
Kiritsugu said that to me when I told him I wanted to be just like him. I still don't know what he meant. But Imiyashiro has to become a superhero who goes around saving people, just like Imiya Kiritsugu.
その割にこんな処方がうまくいかないんだもんな。なんでいざって時に雑念が入るんだ。バカ。
It's not enough to understand the structure of an object with a mere vision. A skilled magus only detects what's important and channels magical energy without waste. My dream is to become a superhero. I remember what Fujine said during dinner. I don't think it's embarrassing or impossible. It's already determined. Imiyashiro will succeed Imiya Kiritsugu. That's why, even though I'm inexperienced, I've done everything I can. I don't know what kind of person a superhero should be, so I can only approach it by helping others within the limits of my abilities. I've aimed straight for that goal for the past 5 years, but when things go wrong like this, I do have doubts.
点でわからないよ、親父。一体さ、何をすれば正義の味方になれるんだ。
I look up at the sky through the window. It's not like I can just randomly do good deeds. I think being a superhero is different from just helping others. I know that, but the question is, how can I become one? The difference between the two is the thing I've failed to understand for the past 5 years. Alrighty. My awakening is dark. Anyway, my awakening is dark. Sorry. Load. Okay, and we'll do the other option.
何をしたもんか。
If I do, sometime before my evening training, I should play with Fujine. Well, it might be fun to see how Fujine is doing.
だな。さくらにつまんない話しやがって。好きあらば仕返ししてやる。
何？お風呂入ってたんじゃないの？
Fujine is silently peeling oranges. On the table are 2 orange skins shaped like flowers. Is it some curse that she can't even skin an apple, but she's rather talented at artistically peeling oranges?
風呂は後にした。さっきの話でケチついたんで、風呂の前に文句言っとこうと思って。
別にいいじゃん。もう昔のことなんだし、さくらちゃんも喜んでたし。それよりはい、今日のノルマ。シローは1日1個だからね。
She takes an orange out of a small box and throws it to me.
ってみかんぐらいで怪獣されないぞ。さくらだったからいいようなものの、学校であんな話するなよ。一世あたりが変な心配するから。
みつづりさんは大笑いしそうだけどね。なんて言われなくても分かってるわよ。シローの子供の頃の話なんてさくらちゃん以外にはしないから。
だからさくらにもするなって言ってるの。あんなつまんない話されたらさくらだっていい迷惑だろ。もうないと思うけど今度やったら怒るからな。
Oh my god. I'm so fucking lucky there was no lines after that. I glare at Fujine to show her that I'm serious.
ほっほー。なんだ、そっか、そういうわけ。つまりシローはそうなのよ。
Sorry, I just had to screenshot that. But Fujine just grins widely as she seems very pleased.
なんかこうカチンときたかも。何納得してんだよバカトラ。
Okay. I glare at her stupid face.
トラでもいいよだ。要するにあれでしょ。シローはさくらちゃんに知られるのが嫌だったのよ。他の人に正義の味方になりたいなんて知られても気にしないけど、さくらちゃんに知られるのは恥ずかしかったわけね。
I don't think so.
そういうことならどんどん話しちゃうから。そっか、シローもようやくさくらちゃんを意識しだしたか。
No.
教師としてちょっと心配だけど、保護者としてはちょっと安心したかな。けどお姉ちゃんはちょっと寂しいかな。
Okay, this is really funny considering we are another route away. Like, not even just this route, the one after it. And then finally Sakura. So, yeah, it takes him a while. It takes him a while. She says so with great emotion. And then she tries to... then she throws... Wow. Okay, let's try that again. She says so with great emotion, then she throws a whole orange into her mouth. Fujine can eat things as big as her fist in one bite. I guess it'd be an attractive quality somewhere in the savannah, but I don't think an older woman needs such wild charms. She is not that old.
先輩、お風呂入ってたんじゃないですか？
I wanted to make a joke about her being disappointed she can't vegan on him, but that might legit be a thing from what little I know about having school. Let's ignore. And Sakura finished with the dishes. Comes into the living room.
まあ藤根に話があってちょっと後回し。さくら、みかん食べるか？
I reach for the sack of oranges. It's a strange turn of events, but staying here with them should be fun too. Man.
それならさっき藤村先生にいただきました。私用に取っておいてくれたおみかんで美味しかったです。
Stop stuttering, you fucking idiot. Alright, let's do this.
さくらちゃんは生の果物はダメだからね。調理したやつかアイスみたいに冷やしてないと食べてくれないのだ。さくらちゃんそろそろ時間？
はい、後片付けも済みましたから今日はもう帰ります。
そっか、 じゃあ私もおいとまするわ。さくらちゃん行こう。最近は物騒だから近くまで送って行ってあげる。
Fujine ceases her mass consumption of oranges and stands up. Her actions are almost those of a responsible elder.
いいんですか、先生。
How old is this bitch? Tiger Fujimura. She is 24. Yeah, she is pretty close to my age, or at least the upper range, anyway. Yeah, she's not that old.
当然でしょう。さくらちゃんもシロウも私が預かってるんだから、ちゃんと家まで送り届けないと。シロウもそれでいいでしょ。私たちが帰ったらちゃんと戸締まりして寝るのよ。
Come to think of it, I think I know women around her age that act even less mature than Taiga does.
了解。藤姉なら痴漢が出ようが熊が出ようが安心だ。
そうでもないわよ。さすがに熊は無理でしょ。うん、無理だからここまで逃げ帰ってくるね。そしたら2人でやっつけて、明日は熊鍋かな。
She's like, I don't think I could fight a bear by myself, but with your help. Oh my god. I do genuinely like her character. Anyway, Fujine smiles confidently. Yeah. Fujine usually does her own thing and causes havoc, but when she's acting as a teacher, she's a very responsible person.
行こっか、さくらちゃん。それじゃまた明日ね、シロウ。
それじゃあおやすみなさい、先輩。
They leave the house. I follow them out to the entrance and lock up the house as Fujine instructed. Oh, cool. Oh, right, I have to... Okay, we did... Wait. Yeah, we've done dojo explanations, so... That. Give me a second while I, get us ready. Actually. Yeah, maybe we don't. Maybe we'll just leave it at this. Alright. My awakening is dark. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. What I imagine are swords. Okay, so anyone not aware, there's a really, like, big meme in the community that Shiro is super obsessed with swords. Like, sexually obsessed with them sometimes is part of the joke, but man... I hope the meme doesn't have too much merit, but this is looking sus. Alright. What I imagine are swords. I don't know why... I don't know why it is, but it's the only thing that comes to my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. It may just be one of those aspects making up an Imiya Shiro. Swords. Alright, enough of that. There are no dreams to dream. The only things I recall from sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about magi. Even if I'm an amateur, if I am a magus, it is only natural for me to understand the kind of world I live in. Frankly speaking, a magus is an exception who deviates from modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that the group of magi is called the Magic Association. Okay. He said so he also said that I shouldn't associate with them. A group called the Magic Association hides magic and organizes magi. They basically keep watch to see that magi do not affect society with magic, but the strange part is that they do not prohibit misuse of magic. According to Kiritsugu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic. Even if a magus carries out his research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. Their priority is that magic should not become public, so that they do not ban magic. So there are crazy people who think that you can do anything as long as you don't get caught. Oh, so they are crazy people, whatever. Anyway, the surveillance of the Magic Association is thorough. Most magical research would cost the lives of ordinary people, and as a result, the existence of magic would become public. So the association does not allow research that would harm society. So magi stay at home and research quietly, while the normal world carries on unmolested. Hence, magi only try to hide themselves to escape the association. So perhaps I just don't know it, but a magus lives here in this town. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. They are called the Second Owner, an elite, and the association entrusts the area to them. Give me a second. Oh my god. Fuck, I'm loosen my grip. Okay. Reposition myself so that I'm better off. Actually, let me take off my hair tie because keeping me getting full movement of my head because my hair's in the way. Alright, let's do this. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. They are called the Second Owner. An elite and the association entrust the area to them. Magi who live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here without the permission of the landlord. Father was an outlaw who cut his ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator, Ryuki. The owner doesn't know that Emiya Kiritsugu was a magus, and Kiritsugu didn't know who the owner was. With reasoning like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Father, the real magus, has passed away, and I, his son and pupil, don't know the Magic Association and have not the skill to be a magus. From the association's point of view, they would not want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. Now I've heard that Japan is relatively hidden from the eyes of the association, so I think they've just not been found out. I've just not been found out. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. Someone came home. So I think, I've just not been found out. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic hunters of the church will come after you. That just means that whatever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Imiyashiro, just have to study independently, taking that into account. I forgot this was all his dreams. I wake up to see the sun shining in through the window. That was just a massive amount of exposition. That was all that was. The sun may have just risen as... The sun may have just risen as it's still a bit dark outside. I get up, trying not to be defeated by the morning chill, and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. One of my strengths is waking up at this time, no matter how late I go to sleep. I do sometimes make mistakes and wake up late like yesterday, but I usually wake up early. I think alarm clocks are degenerate, so I haven't used one since I was a kid. Degenerates like you belong on a cross. A fucking alarm clock? Actually, I think that's almost on purpose because Rin uses an alarm clock, obviously, like that's her thing. I think it's to create contrast is why it's worded that way. Yeah. Or why they're like that. I don't know, I'm just like, man. I'm not getting into it. Let's just move on.
それじゃ朝飯朝飯と。
Since I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, I have to return the favor this morning. I should finish preparing before Sakura arrives. Switching between Japanese phonetics and English is sometimes it trips me up. I cook rice and make miso soup. It was radish and carrot yesterday, so I make onion and potato miso soup today. I also make the usual broth, egg, and broth boil. And I'm done. I cut and salt the celery, I don't know, and stop just before cooking it.
よし、こんなんでいいか。
Man, I don't know enough about cooking. It's almost 6 o'clock. I finished earlier than I expected, so I have some extra time. So, what should I do?
そうだな。これだけ時間があれば一汗流せるか。
The morning exercises are my daily routine, so I'll go and move my body a bit. Let me just mark that. Dojo scene. Okay. The Emiya household has a splendid dojo. It was built for pleasure when the house was built, so there's no particular purpose to it.
藤姉が好き勝手使ってるけどな。
I hear that this place was Fujine's playground even before I came here. But I became Kiritsugu's student and started using this place a lot, so Fujine hated me back then.
さて。
There's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Even Amigas cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for Amigas is to have excellent physical abilities. While Kiritsugu was alive, we had many matches here. Well, it was pretty much him beating on me, so I didn't learn much about how to win a fight. But I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and times will come when you have to fight. For a magi, a fight means killing each other. So, I think what Kiritsugu wanted to teach me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of death. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises. Things like push-ups, sit-ups, and stretching. Not too different from the morning practices I did in the archery club. The only difference is if I'm training lightly or heavily.
おはようございます先輩。今朝はもう済んでしまいましたか？
ねえ、朝食の支度なら済んでる。あとは食器の支度と魚に火を通すだけ。
あ、それならお手伝いします。食器の支度は任せてください。
That smug-ass expression. Sakura is cheerful, and behind that admirable junior.
あ、この匂いはシローの卵焼きね。そっか、今朝はシローの朝ごはんなんだ。
Is best girl. Fujine moves slowly to the table.
まあ、あれは放っておいて。
By the way, I'm not joking that I think Fujine is best girl. She's genuinely the kind of person that I find attractive. But out of all the options that we're actually presented with, I think Rin is the best for various reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. First, I have to cook the fish I've prepared.
さくら、皿は真ん中のやつ使ってくれ。その方がうまく見えるから。
So I'm going to use the dish in the middle. That will make it look better.
この表面がブツブツのですか？
そう、それ。焼き物は皿にも気を配らないと手抜かりになるからな。で、大根はもう吸ってあるから。
Sakura takes out a dish from the back. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward.
さくら、ちょっと待った。
はい、何ですか先輩？
その手首のあざ、なんだ？
Yes, Lord of Loud. Fuck. I'm just remembering the bridge now. Anyway. She looks away awkwardly. Wait a second. Oh, right, things are different because of, because I was thinking, like, I wonder if Heavens feels like that. Then I remember, it's the only one that has, different starting stuff. She looks away awkwardly. And that tells me who caused that bruise. To explain, sorry. Heaven's Feel has its own prerequisite stuff that you have to do in Fate Stay Night. It's the only route where the prologue has stuff that I think for sure matters. I'm not certain on that. Like, other than the actual route choices, like Heaven's Feel, you have to do stuff in the prologue to be able to unlock it, I think. Again, not completely certain on that, but that's what the flowchart seems to imply.
またシンジか。あいつ、妹に手を挙げるなんて何考えてやがる。
違います先輩。これは転んでぶつけちゃったんです。ほら、私鈍いでしょ。だからよく転んで怪我ばっかりしてるんです。
Bullshit.
バカ、転んだぐらいでそんなあざがつくか。信じたやつ、どうやらまだ殴られ足りないみたいだな。
ダメです先輩。これ本当に兄さんは関係ないんです。私が一人で怪我をしただけなんですから、先輩に怒ってもらう資格なんてありません。
I wonder. Sakura falls silent. Sakura looks calm, but she's pretty obstinate. It's useless to say anything to her now.
わかった。さくらがそう言うんならそういうことにしておく。
はい。ごめんなさい、先輩。
だからどうしてそこでさくらが謝るんだ。悪いのはシンジだろう。
At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly. In other words, he's the cause of that bruise. Mato Shinji has a habit of being hard on his sister Sakura. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometimes and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakura. When I asked him why he hit her, he said he just hit her because he felt like it. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Since then, we've been estranged. I still don't regret punching him. But I think it's my fault that Sakura is being treated worse.
先輩、兄さんとは仲直りしてくれましたか？
もうしたよ。別に初めから喧嘩なんてしてないから仲直りも何もないけどな。
先輩にとってはそうでしょうけど、兄さんにとっては喧嘩をしたことになるんです。だから気をつけてください。
Sakura says strange things sometimes.
気をつけろってシンジを？
はい、兄さん、 先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。先輩が退部するようになったのも兄さんのせいだって。
それは違う。部活を辞めたのはシンジとは関係ない。いや、そりゃ多少はあったかもしれないけど、そんなのはさくらが気に病むことじゃないぞ。確かにシンジの言う通りちょっと見苦しいからな、これは。
I point at my right shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work and I hurt my right shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one. Fuck. Oh, there. Okay, scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work, and I hurt my right shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one, and I got a burn on my skin. After that incident, I quit the archery club. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let us shoot formally even as students. The men expose their right shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. Since I was getting busy for work, I quit the archery club right then. Busy with work, I quit the archery club right then.
先輩、しつこいようですけど、本当にもう弓は引かないんですか？藤村先生も怪我なんて支障はないって言ってるのに。
何を平和な。藤姉は全身骨折しようが支障ないっていうやつだぞ、さくら。
先輩、私真面目な話をしているんです。
Sakura glances up at me like she wants to say something. I should answer seriously too, but I can't give her the answer she
当分は
wants.
部活をしている余裕はないよ。弓は好きだけど優先するべきことじゃないし、しばらくは間を取ろうと思う。
しばらくってどのくらいですか？
気が向いた頃かな。まあさくらが卒業するぐらいまでにはなんとか。その時はよろしくな、さくら。
I pat Sakura's shoulder. Sakura stares blankly for a while, and then...
はい、私その時をお待ちしています。
And she nods so powerfully that it seems like she might drop the plates she's holding. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have already left their morning club practice, or left for their morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday because Issei wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. Oh, fuck. Okay. I ran into an unusual scene when I reached the intersection. So I said fuck because I thought I accidentally pressed enter again, so I thought that I had skipped dialogue, but I hadn't, so we're all good. I run into an unusual scene when I reached the intersection. Several police cars are parked outside the house. Something must have happened, as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. I'm curious, but I can't tell what's going on with all of the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. I reach school 10 minutes before the bell. Wait, I want to check something real quick. Okay. I reach the school 10 minutes before the bell. I enter the main gate as usual.
おはようエミヤ。
I bump into a familiar female student.
なんだ、まだ着替えてないのか、三つ釣り。もうすぐホームルームだぞ。俺に挨拶なんかしてる場合じゃないだろう。
Just get that one off. Alright.
いやごもっとも相変わらず釣れない野郎だねエミヤは。
She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuzuri Ayako. She was my classmate in the first year, and she's now the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful, and everyone expected her to become captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age. So she's been the older sister type everyone counts on since she was a first year. Man, it's fine. Though she gets mad when people say that, according to her, she's not that old.
ああ、今あんたよからぬ感想を漏らさなかったかもし。
I would like to see a route from her as well, honestly. It's like her and Taiga Fujimura. Like those two I'm more interested in than Ilya.
そんなものは漏らさない。あくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけだ。それで気を悪くするのは三綴りの勝手だが。
Actually, all of the potential routes I know, but other than, I guess, the Shinji one, I'd be more interested in than Ilya's.
お、言うじゃん。いいね。正直に答えるくせに何をどう考えてたかは口にしないんだもの。エミヤ、シンジと違って隙がないな。
シンジ？なんでそこにシンジが出てくるんだ？
I might have to be done here soon because I'm having trouble paying attention to this. I did not get very much sleep last night, so that might be why. We'll definitely do another stream of this soon because I am definitely getting back into the mood for streaming right now. But, oh man. You know, I might have to do one like in the middle of the day tomorrow or Sunday then. That might be how we get around this issue. Because, yeah, I'm getting tired, man. And I want to try and get to a certain part, but I don't think we're going to be able to reach it today because I'm just having trouble paying attention. Like you saw me go up in the log there. Yeah. So what we might do is go to the next scene break and then probably end it. So, yeah. Which is unfortunate because I kind of wanted to go 2 hours today, but if I'm having trouble paying attention now, it's probably better if we just call it and then I'll try and like schedule something for tomorrow, we'll say. Probably not tomorrow, actually. I have things that'll get in the way tomorrow, but try for Sunday, I suppose? Yeah, that's probably for the best. Sunday. We'll try and get a stream in on Sunday. But yeah, let's finish this up for today, though.
なんでも何もあんたとシンジって友人じゃない。シンジの男友達ってあんただけでしょ。それにお忘れでしょうが、私これでも弓道部の首相なの。うちの問題児と辞めちまった問題児をくっつけるのは自然な流れだと思わない？
まあ確かに自然だ。弓道部ってのは関係ないけど、俺とあいつは腐れ縁だからな。
あ、カチンときた。あんたね、弓道部の話になると急に冷たくなるでしょ。いいご身分よね。シンジをほっぽっといて自分はさっさと退場しちゃうんだから。後に残された私とかさくらの気持ちとか少しは考えてくれてもいいんじゃない？
シンジのやつまたなんかやったのか？
あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど、まあそれにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。1年の男子が1人辞めたぐらいだから。
Mitsuzuri sighs seriously. It's rare for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't ignore what she just said.
なんだよそれ。部員が辞めたってなんで？
シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子にシャをさせて的中するまで笑い物にしたとか。
はあ？お前そんな馬鹿げたことを見過ごしてたってのか？
見過ごすか？けどさ、首相ってのはいろいろと忙しいんだ。いつも道場にいるわけじゃないってエミヤだって知ってるでしょ。
それはそうだが、にしても 何考えてんだシンジのやつ。必要以上に厳しく教えることはあっても素人を見せ物にするようなやつじゃないだろう。
So what I'm hearing is the other guy was better than Shinji and he didn't appreciate that.
呆れた。エミヤってば本当にあれだ。
あれってなんだ。今お前よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったか。
あら、私はあくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけさ。それで気を悪くするのはエミヤの勝手だね。
ついさっき聞いたような返答をしやがって。いや、それよりシンジはどうしたんだよ。なんだってそんな真似をしたんだ。
聞いた話じゃ遠坂にこっぴどく振られたとかなんとか。
Oh, shit.
遠坂ってあの遠坂か。
うちの学校にあれ以外の遠坂なんていないでしょ。2年 A 組の優等生ミスパーフェクトこと遠坂凛よ。
いや、そんなあだ名は初めて聞いたけど。
It's the first time I've heard the nickname, but I wouldn't, but I would probably agree with it. With Tosaka involved, I can understand even Shinji getting turned down, and most of all, if it was Tosaka, I can see her refusing him mercilessly.
ともかくシンジのやつは昨日からずっとその調子よ。おかげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてたってわけ。
シンジのやつ変にこらえが効かない時があるからな。三つ釣り大変だろうけど頑張ってくれ。
はいはい。けどね、シンジって懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には今度こそ遠坂本人に何かしそうでさ。
いや、いくら信じても振られた相手には近寄らないだろう。あいつそのあたりはちゃんとしてるぞ。
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけどうちの道場をよく見学に来るのよ。エミヤは辞めちゃったから知らないだろうけどね。
That's the first I've heard of it. Tosaka Rin doesn't do any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she went straight home since she even turned down the recommendations to join the student council. There we go.
ま、たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く止まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。お気の毒様っていうか、ご愁傷様っていうか。
Mitsuzuri says some dangerous things. Come to think of it, I heard that Tosaka has many enemies. Could Mitsuzuri be one of them?
おい、三つ釣り。いくらなんでもそれは。
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
Mitsuzuri hurries off.
相変わらずだな、あいつ。
But I like that part of her. Feeling calmer now, I head to the classroom. It's lunchtime. Our school has a splendid cafeteria and most students eat there. So actually, what I'm gonna do real quick is that. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get some water and a thing to like separate my computer from where it is so that it like cools a little bit better, because right now its fans are a bit blocked. So I'll do that real quick and then we'll get right back into this, because I think I can actually go on longer. I think part of it is I don't have any water, so my mouth has been drying out and I keep having to like, I guess, try and re-moisturize it. And yeah, I didn't bring my water even though I thought I did, which is unfortunate. So I'll get my water, I'll get something to make it so I'm not burning myself while I'm doing this, or my computer isn't burning itself, not me, whatever. And then we'll get right back into this, because I don't want to stop if I can avoid it. I think maybe part of that was it was just a slice of life talk there that probably isn't like super, or like parts of it weren't super important. So that was probably like me disassociating a little bit and just like reading but not actually like taking it in. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll be back in just a minute. Some Exorcist level stuff that happened there. I should have left desktop audio on, I realize. That was stupid to not do. Fine. That's fine. Damn it. That was really dumb. That was incredibly dumb. I could have just turned off my mic. There are so many alternate things I could have done that would have made that less, like, boring and just... Oh well, let's get into it. Fucking dumbass. Okay, so... I do want to check one thing real quick with this, which is here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So let me just make sure I have everything up to snuff. Okay, let's go. It's lunchtime. Our school has a splendid cafeteria and most students eat there. But there are some old-fashioned students who bring their own lunches. Two of them happen to be me and the student council president in front of me.
エミヤ、その唐揚げを一つくれないか。俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
いいけど、なんだってお前の弁当ってそう質素なんだ、一世。いくら寺だからって酒も肉も取らないなんて教えがあるわけでもないだろ
う。何を時代錯誤なことを。これは単に親父殿の趣味だ。小坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよなどという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか。俺も考えどころだ。
あのじいさんなら確かに。
Issei's father is the priest of the Ryudo temple, and a bold guy who's old friends with the bold man at Fujine's place. I can't expect a normal personality. You can't expect a normal personality when he's friends with a guy like that.
それは。じゃあ、いつか恩返しを期待して一つ。
I hand him my lunchbox.
いや、ありがたく。 これも托発の修行なり。
Issei bows deeply. How can I put this? I never know what to say when things like this remind me that he's the son of a priest.
ああ、そういえばエミヤ、朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。ちょうどエミヤと別れるあたりの交差点だが。
交差点？
The intersection this morning. You must mean that clamor that with all the police cars.
なんでもな、殺人があったそうだ。詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたというが、その凶器が包丁やナイフではなく長物だというのが普通じゃない。
A long weapon. It must mean something like a sword. It was a murder, so that must mean the sister and the parents were killed. I picture it. Someone barging in during the night. Unjust violence. A one-sided pillage like an accident. Slashed parents. The sister killed without even knowing what's going on. To the side, the child covered in their blood.
イッセ、それ犯人は捕まったのか？
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故、こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。どうしたエミヤ？
別に何もないけど、なんだよいきなり。
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな、少し驚いた。すまん、食事時の話ではなかったな。
Issei tries to soften the air apologetically. I was fine with the topic, but I was really wow. I was fine with the topic, but was I really making such a nasty face? And then there's a quiet knock at the door.
失礼。竜道はいるか？
ああ、はい。何ですか、先生。
Issei addresses Kuzuki, who just entered. It must be a simple task. It must be a simple talk about the student council, as Issei seems pretty relaxed. That's not something you see every day. Despite his appearance, Issei's very shy. The guy who draws a line against his classmates and even his teachers is letting his guard down with Kuzuki.
真面目なとこで気が合うのかも。
Kuzuki Soichiro, let me try that again. Kuzuki Soichiro, the teacher in charge of Class 2A, is serious and stubborn. Probably that aspect helps him get along with Issei, who prizes order and discipline. The two continue to talk. All the while, I can't get the story of the murder out of my head. Classes end and it's time to go home. I can't go anywhere as I have work to do today. I can't go anywhere as I have work today. Oof, trying not to hiccup. Okay. Also, I think almost every time they say cannot, I'm just gonna say can't, because where I live, that's usually people will say can't instead of cannot, and it's something I can't break, so I'm not even gonna try. I should leave school and go straight to the neighboring town, but still worried about the conversation I had this morning. I've made my way to the archery club before I knew it.
もう何やってんだ俺。
According to Mitsuzuri, Tosaka Rin comes here often. Well, I really don't care about that, but I know that Shinji getting angry at her is going to be a problem.
シンジのやつ、カッとなると止まらないからな。
It's bad if Shinji gets violent just because she turned him down. I don't know why it's bad, it just is. It's just bad. It makes me feel bad just thinking about it, so I have to stop it from happening.
なんだ、 遠坂いないじゃないか。
Dosaka isn't around. Mitsuzuri's worries were
へ
needless.
え、誰がいないって？
It's been around.
だから誰がいないって？
And there's Issei, whom I just left behind.
お前か一世。あんまり驚かすなよな。
いや、エミヤが挙動不審げに道場を眺めていたからつい。で、誰がいないって？
誰って遠坂だよ。なんでも昨日シンジと一悶着あったらしいんだ。それで一応様子を見に来ただけだ。
ほうほう、挙動不審だな。聞かれてもいないのに理由まで話すなど。俺は誰がいないかと聞いただけなのだが。
なんだよ、別にいいだろ。俺が何しようが俺の勝手だ。
うん、それはしかり。だが無駄だぞエミヤ。遠坂はここにはいない。なぜならあいつは今日ずる休みだ。
Nice. Give me a second. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Was this the day after? Man, I can't remember the timeline of the prologue very well. Which is funny because I was like listening to the intro of Unlimited Blade Works while at work the other day. Though, like, I guess I wasn't watching it; I was just listening to it, so a bit different. Anyway, here it
何？
Oh yeah, because she's with Archer, like talking about like they're going to where the fire started and all that stuff. Yeah, I remember now. Skip school. So she was absent today?
そうか、欠席か。待て一世、なんで遠坂がずる休みなんだよ。あいつがそんなのするわけないだろ。
I just remembered I didn't even finish watching the actual version, actual dub. I switched over to the abridged instead because I was just looking for the cliff notes to try and remind me. And I don't remember what they actually talked about in the real prologue, but the fucking reality Marvel talk in the abridge is what I remember instead. I might have to go through that part again at some point. Oh well.
するとも、あいつが風邪などひくものか。俺が見たところあいつは悪いやつだ。外見に騙されるとパクッと食われるぞエミヤ。
Wow, I thought that was a thing from the abridge of him being like, you're evil. Fucking hell. Somehow, Issei's words annoy me. It's true that I don't know her, but I can't imagine that she's a bad person.
言い過ぎだぞ一世。遠坂はそんなやつじゃないだろう。
ん？なんだ、エミヤも遠坂狙いなのか。ああ、それはすまない。今のは流してくれ。
After Tosaka? Who said anything like that?
勝手に決めつけるな。俺はただシンジが揉め事を起こしたら大変だから。
シンジが遠坂に殴りかかろうとしたら止めるためか。またそんな役回りをするな。別に俺は気にしないが、割と趣味が悪いのだなエミヤは。
してないから損じゃない。けど一世、お前今変なこと言わなかった？
ん？遠坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい？
そう、遠坂は人気あるじゃないか。俺もあいつの悪い噂は聞かないぞ。
ああ、聞かないね。それがまた気に食わない。
Issei looks away, snorting.
気に食わないってどの辺がだよ。
だから全部だよ。あれは女狐だ、女性だ、妖怪だ。とにかく生理的に気に食わない。悪いことは言わないから、エミヤも気に入らないようにしろ。
いいっせ。人の陰口は良くないってお前の口癖じゃなかったか？
たわけ、これが陰口に入るか。俺は聞こえるように喋っている。
Ah, no No wonder I feel someone's eyes from the archery dojo. Thank God. I'm so glad Tosaka is absent today.
頼む一世。悪いが早速陰口にしてくれ。
エミヤがそういうのなら了解した。が、とりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ。単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだ。
その割には妖怪だとかメギツネだとか言ってたけど。
And I think the term schoolgirl is discrimination.
何？褒め言葉だ。メギツネにも妖怪にもいいものはいる。
Yokai does not translate well.
あくまで遠坂を表現する値として採用しただけである。かつ。
He laughs.
それではな。俺は生徒会室に戻るが、エミヤはバイトだろう。こんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう。
He must feel He must feel refreshed now that he's said everything he wanted as he leaves calmly. I've known him for 2 years now, but I still don't understand his personality. Minutes after taking a bus from my school, I arrive at the neighboring town of Shinto across the bridge.
なんだ、まだ5時前か。少し時間があるな。
Miyama City is a residential district, so there's no part-time jobs there, but the developing Shinto has many available. The school approves of students having part-time jobs, so I work a few easy ones. I prefer hard physical labor that ends as quickly as possible. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone as it builds my body while I get paid for it. Today's job is a simple loading job from 5 to 8 o'clock. Even though it's only 3 hours, there's 6 hours worth of work to do. They make you run around without a minute's rest. So I should rest when I can, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It's a waste of energy walking around until my job, so I guess I'll rest in the park. This park among the buildings is like a big field. I want to make a Tsukihime joke, but no one's gonna get it. The park should be filled with people like families and lovers on weekends, but it's empty here now. No, this place is always desolate.
相変わらずだな、ここは。
I'm a bit sad. The utterly neglected ground looks awful compared to the neatly organized surroundings. The desolate area makes the wind feel cold. This is the remains of the conflagration 10 years ago. And this is the place where I was saved from burning to death.
なんで芝生とか植えないんだろう。いつまでもこのままってのはもったいない。
It's a large area, so if they retilled it, the park would get bigger. Thinking absent-mindedly, I sit down on a bench. I stare at the burned land to pass the time. I don't remember what happened here back then. I probably don't remember because I was a kid and it wouldn't have been an easy scene to memorize. All I can remember is that it was hot and I couldn't breathe, and that people died trying to save
どう
others.
してそうなのかな。
For example, an adult that tried to save a child from a burning house, he saved the child but died in its place. For example, there were people who had their throats burned, but they gave what little water they had to one guy and the others died. For example, there was someone who ran alone to get away from the fire as fast as possible, and everyone that he passed on the way died. For example, people who died because they gave away something that was saving them, only to save others they didn't even know. I didn't like things like that. It makes me mad that those who tried hard were sacrificed. Am I greedy to want an ending where everybody is safe and happy? All I wanted was to see people relax peacefully, So why can't I manage such a simple thing?
それは難しい。シロの言っていることは誰も彼も救うということだからね。
Kiritsugu answered so to the question I asked as a child. Of course, as a child I denied it. Because Kiritsugu saved me, I knew he was a sorcerer who could do anything. I knew he was a superhero who couldn't ignore people in need, who saved them for no benefit. So I believed Kiritsugu could have saved everyone back then. When I told him that, he made a troubled expression and said something that I remember to this day.
シロ、誰かを救うということは誰かを助けないということなんだ。いいかい？正義の味方に助けられるのはね、正義の味方が助けたものだけなんだよ。当たり前のことだけど、これが正義の味方の定義なんだ。
I understand that. It's obvious now that he said it. Let's say there's a robber and some hostages, and the robber intends to kill the hostages. With normal methods, most of the hostages will be killed. Even if you use a miraculous method to save all the hostages, there will still be one person who isn't saved. That, of course, is the robber whose hostages were rescued. The people a superhero saves are only those he decides to save. That is why even God cannot save everyone.
それが天才ならなおさらだ。誰であろうと全てを助けるなんてできなかった。
The fire 10 years ago was like that. It's not something I, who was miraculously saved from it, can talk about
けど
now.
嫌だ。
I don't want such a thing. I don't want help that has a limited capacity. I don't have to help. You have to help no matter how impossible it is. I can't stand to have strangers dying around me like back then. So if I had been there 10 years ago, even if it wasn't possible, I would have gone into the fire.
そのまま
and-
無駄死にしてたろうな。間違いなく。
That's for certain. Jeez, I'm hopeless.
と、しまった。ぼんやりしてたら5時になっちまった。
The 5 o'clock bell rings. I stand up and quickly make my way to my work. When my job's done, the sun is already set. It's a bit before 8. I finished 10 minutes early because I worked too hard. It seems I worked frantically since I went to that place before work. Here in front of the station, the night's just getting started. There are lots of people and a constant flow of cars on the road. The buildings are still lit up, and just looking at them makes me feel like I'm watching a grand festival of illumination.
藤姉にお土産はいいか。
I walk while looking up at the lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see the top clearly. I just gaze up at the building, just enjoying the night scenery. I love how him and Rin just like constantly miss each other. When I think I see something out of
なんだ
place,
今の。
I stop and stare at the rooftop. I focus my eyes looking at the thing as small as a grain of rice. It looks like someone I know. Why is she there? What would she be doing there? With her long hair fluttering and doing nothing, she looks down at the town. It doesn't seem like she notices me down there. No, there's no way she could see me. She's so high up that I, with better eyesight than most, can barely see her by improving my vision with magical energy. I could recognize her since she's standing there alone, but there's no way she would notice me down here among all these people. She's just looking down at the town. Maybe she's looking for something, as I can feel her sharp stare even down here. I forgot about time and keep looking up at the girl standing in the sky. She's on top of a tall tower. She's like a witch looking down at the earth with the moon behind her. And then, She must be done with whatever she's doing as she disappears. Her figure has disappeared and the scene returns to the beautiful view of the night.
今の遠坂だったのかな。
I've no proof, but I think I'm right. There aren't many girls with looks that stand out that much. And more than that, I'm not stupid enough to mistake a girl I secretly admire.
そうか。にしても
Well, Jessica sure has strange hobbies. Oh. Okay. Unlike Shinto, there is no one in Miyama City. Mark that. After 8 o'clock, there are no people around, and the town is terribly quiet. At the junction is the house I saw this morning. There's no sign of people, and the door has a do not enter sign. After only one day, the house is as quiet as an abandoned building. Parents and older sister killed by the burglar. What kind of life remains for the child left behind? I bite my lip, feeling powerless. Even after swearing to become like Kiritsugu, I can't do anything about something that happened so close by. Even though I want to help someone in the end, I don't even know what I can do. I climb the hill and reach the Emiya house. The lights are still on, so Sakura and Fujine must still be there.
ただいま。あれ、藤根だけか。
おかえりしろ。
Fujine turns around, munching on a rice cracker. The TV shows a loud variety show.
もうまたこんな時間に帰ってきて。冬は日が暮れるのが早いんだから、もっと早くに帰ってきなさいって言ったでしょ。
だから早く帰ってきてるだろ。8時までのバイトを選んでるんだから、これ以上無茶言わないでくれ。で、さくらはどうしたんだよ。なんか晩飯の支度だけはできてるみたいだけど。
Oh, she's with golden hair.
さくらちゃんなら早めに帰ったわよ。今日は用事があるからって晩ご飯だけ作ってくれたの。
Fujine says so happily. As far as she's concerned, anyone who cooks for her is a good person.
そっか。確かにしばらくはその方がいいかもしれないな。最近は物騒だし、いっそ新学期まで晩飯は俺が作ろうか。
反対。シロ帰ってくるの遅いじゃない。それからご飯作ってたら食べるの10時過ぎになっちゃうよ。
あのね、そこに自分家で食べるという選択肢はないのか、あんたは。
だからここが私の家だよ。
Fujine seems puzzled. Honestly, I'm not sure if that makes me happy or sad.
たく、わかったよ。藤姉に飯を作れなんて無理難題を言ってもしょうがねえ。それはいいけど、足元のそれなんだよ。また余計なものを持ってきたんじゃないだろうな。
Fujine has a terrible habit of leaving junk at my place. Large bowls from restaurants, every teapot she got in the shopping district, a strange guitar that plays by itself. I think she thinks of this place as some kind of warehouse.
ちょっと見せてみろ。ゴミだったら捨てるから。
これ？うちで余ったポスターだけど。
Oh my god, the poster. Fujine hands me the poster. It's probably some infamous idol or something.
どれどれ？
Here we have a military-style guy with his thumbs up on a cheap-looking blue sky background. In letters like blood, it reads, "Love's lovely Rangerland." Please join the self-defense force. Okay, hold on, it's an army recruiting poster. What the fuck? Love's lovely Rangerland? I thought this was like it had to be an anime with the title like that. Whatever. Fucking. It's no Uncle Sam. Hold on, this is an army recruiting poster.
それいらないからあげるね。
俺だっていらねえよこんなの。
I roll up the poster and hit Fujine with it.
へへん、外れ。
but Fujine deflects my attack with a poster she had hidden and counterattacks mercilessly. Bam. The poster lightly knocks my... Stars. I saw stars.
シロの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ。悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね。
そんな問題じゃないだろう今の。なぜに紙のポスターがかような破壊音を。
Could this be the skill of a master?
ごめんごめん。こっちのポスター初回特典版なんで豪華鉄板仕様だった。シロ、頭大丈夫？
藤ねえ、いつか絶対に人を殺すぞ、その性格。
その時はシロがお嫁にもらってくれるから安心かな。
全速でお断りです。そんな天然殺人鬼を相方にもらう気はないやい。
私そんな物騒なのじゃないと思う。
やっぱり得てしてそういう連中は自覚がないっていうのは本当だったのか。
She's like a good 5 years older than him, I think. Wait, no. Is she? No, she's like 8 years older than him. Let me actually do the math here. No, I think it's 7 years. She's 24, isn't she? Yeah, she's 7 years older than him. How true, how true. Uh-oh. What should I just do? No, that's fine. Have to watch out or I'll be killed.
ふんだ、言ってなさい。そんなことよりシロ、私お腹減った。今まで待ってたんだから早くご飯の用意しよう。
Fujine stands up. How strange. Fujine is helping out, even if it's only setting up the dishes. She must be really hungry.
はいはい、じゃあ藤姉は皿と茶碗な。ご飯ぐらい告げるだろ。
告げるよ。ねえシロ、私丼でいいかな。
Fuck. You're gonna have to give me a second. I accidentally turned off. Oh, no, it immediately came back. Now we're good.
いいんじゃないか。今日はさくらもいないし、どうせ飯は余るし。
Fuck off. Alright, there we go.
よしよし。それじゃ、シロもお揃いね。
So the reason I said no fuck off, like quietly there, was like an error message came up that had nothing to do with anything that's going on here, and it kept me from being able to advance the game, so I had to click off it. Fujine pours rice into 2 bowls. Oh well, I was going to have seconds anyway, and besides, if I argue with Fujine, she'll take my dinner away. And to add, chaotic dinners like this have been common scenes for the many years now. The day ends. Finishing a rowdy dinner and seeing Fujine off, I take a bath. After that, I practice my daily routine in the shed. I complete it as usual and go to sleep. It is 1 in the morning. The day ends peacefully without any troubles. I'm in a fire. And that's what we're calling it. Alright. I think that's good. Actually. Save. Okay. I think that is perfectly good for us to end it on because, like I said earlier, I've been getting tired. Oh shit, that was on the entire time. Damn it. Fucking hell. Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that now. God damn. Man. Hopefully, the next time I stream this, it won't be as scuffed, and I won't be, like, on 4 hours of sleep or something like that after a 8-hour day that I had to get up in 6 in the morning for, and it's currently 10. I just want to put that into emphasis. I slept 4 hours. I woke up at 6. No, 5. I had to wake up at 5 in the morning. Work 8 hours of a physically demanding job. And then didn't take a nap between then and 8. Because I got off at 2. So that's another 6 hours. So let me think. That's 15 hours after only 4 hours of sleep, 8 of which were hard labor, and then 2 hours of streaming. So yeah, that's 18 hours that I've been awake with only 4 hours of sleep, and I feel fucking exhausted right now. If even 4 hours, it might be less than that, honestly. Which isn't very much of an excuse, it's just like, I hope that the next time I stream this, which I'm hoping to try for this weekend, maybe it'll be tomorrow or Sunday. I'm actually thinking maybe I can find some time tomorrow that I'll stream it. But I'm just fucking exhausted right now, guys. Like, one thing is, I really want to play through this game, but I'm only going to stream it. I'm not going to play through this game at all on my own, or I'm never going to get through it. Because I'll just play it on my own and then not have any motivation to stream it for you guys. So, not going to do that. I'm just going to stream it. Which means that I have a big motivation to keep playing it. But goddamn, am I tired right now. I want to keep going, but I'm too tired. That's just what it comes down to. Oh well, hopefully it'll be tomorrow, and I mean, hell, I might do it every day this weekend, who knows. But I'm gonna have to call it for today. I'm just, yeah. Yeah, there's no hope for me other than that. Let's see. Bit unrelated, but I want to... fuck it. I'll do that later. That's gonna be it. So, sayonara, Terina. Thanks for watching.